These are all shanks that have been confiscated over the years down in the prison, from something so small, a little piece of plexiglass like that, to a toothbrush handle, sharpened toothbrush handle.
When an inmate whittled his toothbrush into a weapon, he likely never expected it would one day end up on display, or that an alternative use to the illustrated history of Canada would be carefully packed away in protective wrap.
Today is a good day, yes. Maddie and myself are here today. Now we're just packing up all our materials, and we're in the process of moving everything from here, from the prison, to Queen's College, where it will be documented, and eventually it'll be displayed in there.
An exhibit on HMP's history. It's been a long time coming for David Harvey. He retired as a captain at HMP in 2014, but he's hardly put the prison behind him. His fascination with crime and punishment has only grown. It started here in the basement of the prison's gymnasium. What looked like old, useless books turned out to hold incredible pieces of the past. With the help of inmates and other correctional officers, Harvey began to collect items that document the prison's history. It culminated in this makeshift museum. After years of pushing for the documents to be protected, the provincial archive stepped in.
So this ledger is one that was probably the most damaged.
That's where conservator Mikki Lee comes in. She stabilized the papers so they could be digitized and preserved.
As I was doing the work, I realized I had to stop reading so much and get on with my work. So I would actually just scan the charges and the remarks and then go over, and yeah, it made for really good reading.
The oldest documents date back to 1838, long before HMP is where it is today. Items so old, some employees at the rooms started to get sick when they began working on the old ledgers.
We sampled on the outside, inside, and on the spines of all the material that we had. And what came up was really high levels of arsenic, lead, and copper.
With some detective work, Mikki Lee discovered that those deadly elements were used in pesticides, back when these documents lived at the prison, in Supreme Court, and when it was on Signal Hill. With that out of the way, she could focus on this window into the past.
Basically, this is where he certifies that he examined the body of an inmate who was executed on the grounds of the prison. And the said William Parnell was dead. So there's actual records of some of the more historic events that we know of.
And it was this doctor's book that sparked interest from Memorial University's Madeleine Mant.
But now I think we're just going to individually wrap these guys in bags. I've been doing work with the 19th century admission and discharge records from St. John's General Hospital. And so what I kept seeing were patients coming into the hospital from the penitentiary.
Mant came to Harvey seeking medical records, but found something even better. Funded by a grant from Memorial University, the items will be on display in the fall. For Harvey, a bittersweet victory. So is this it for you for trying to collect these pieces of history?
Oh,
Will you still be hands-on?
Yeah, well, I'll always be hands-on. There's always something we're going to find down there that people are going to be amazed at.